of the ladder, and they're all set at the 1600. Gates are opened. They're racing. Discoville kicked out of the gates by Parnham, the first to jump over Mulga. My Grace had jumped out well fast as the wind dropped off the speed quickly, and Dark Prospect is going through on the inside, and it'll vie for the lead. Discoville quickening, however, and at the 1300, Discoville takes it up from Dark Prospect. Mulga, it pushes one off the fence, so My Grace just momentarily caught three wide, and he drops it back in behind the heels now of Mulga. Someday, one day, settled up running fifth, and then a length and a half away to Born Blue with that wide shadow roll. 3/4 fast of the wind. Middle Earth at the 1000 has got right back to second from last in front of Pickup Line, and so they come down the riverside of the course with Discoville getting a good breather on top and leading Dark Prospect and Mulga. Over on the outside, My Grace running fourth, then Someday, One Day the middle fifth. A length away fast as the wind, just shading Born Blue. They're being followed by Middle Earth back second from last as they come along by the 650. The tail ender is Pickup Line, only 5 lengths off the leader, who's now being asked to go and quicken. They approach the corner, 450 to travel. Discoville 3/4 of a length in front of Mulga. Dark Prospect on the rail. My Grace around heels, goes up 3 deep now into the corner from Someday, One Day, and then the widest of them, fast as the wind. Discoville made the corner in front of Mulga. Dark Prospect gets an inside run. My Grace a length away. Someday, One Day trying to thread its way through, fast as the wind, and here comes Middle Earth right down the outside with 100 left to go. Discoville's in front, joining it Middle Earth though. Middle Earth on the outside, grabs in the shadows. It's Middle Earth. Middle Earth on the outside, just gets the bob I fancy from Discoville. Someday, One Day, fast as the wind. They have photoed third together. Right behind those then Dark Prospect, Mulga weakening, Born Blue, followed by My Grace, and last all the way is Pickup Line. Won't be a lot in it, but Middle Earth, Patrick Carberry will just get the verdict over Discoville. Middle Earth, 350 and 150. Patrick Carberry over Discoville. Stephen Parnham, fast as the wind, will be third in front of Someday, One Day. 1:38.26 there is the time, and a good win by Middle Earth. He conceded them a head start. He was reefed at the middle of the track and cut them down over the final stages to win it. The son of Blackfriars out of Perrette, trained by Vaughan Sigley for Glenn and Jenny Kettlewell and Vaughan Sigley, and handled in victory by Patrick Carberry. It ran the 360 favourite Middle Earth in winning the third race for the day. Discoville, Steve Parnham there controlled the speed of the race. It kicked off on the corner, almost had the chocolates until Middle Earth claimed it right on the line. And fast as the wind, the Blackfriars Russian playmate mare Adam Durant, Joe Azzopardi, weighing in there in third placing. So we stand by for the full list of the details to come up on the semaphore. Here it is now, 5783, 578 and 3. Middle Earth is home. That's its fourth win in 13 appearances. Race number 4, the Grandstand Cup at listed level over 1500 is the next on our card at 10 after 3. And there are no changes in that next this afternoon. So it started 360 Middle Earth, Discoville at $8, and fast as the wind, around a $12 chance, but a big blower in the betting market. We'll be down there to Gareth in a couple of moments here. The next, of course, at 3:10, first of the feature events this afternoon. We roll from the Grandstand Cup later on in the day to the Natasha, race 7 on the card. Okay, let's head downstairs, and Gareth about to join part owner and trainer Vaughan Sigley after the big finishing run of Middle Earth. Gareth.
Yes, thanks for that, Darren. Middle Earth has done a really good job back this preparation, Vaughan.
Yeah, no, he's been very consistent for us. He was only a cheap little buy at the sales, and we've enjoyed him, yeah.
How did you assess his last start performance when he was sent out the favourite, and he never really looked like running down that eventual winner, Nelson's Flight, but still, under the circumstances, it wasn't that bad of an effort?
Yeah, Keeper's Son.
Keeper's Son, I should say, yeah.
And it really sort of like jumped out of its skin, I thought, but and ran well. But we got back in the ruck, and big field, and I thought he ran well that day. So yeah.
What do you do with him now?
I'll start him again, probably. Give him another run. I reckon he deserves one.
Yeah, is he 1,600 metres his trip for you, Vaughan?
Yeah, I think so. He's, you know, we've thought about putting him over a little bit more ground here and there, but he sat up on the pace earlier on in his previous prep and over miles and whatnot, and he just seems to change the tack a little bit. He seems to be getting back a bit. So whether or not we later on maybe we may try a little bit further.
You've done a wonderful job with him. Great to see him racing in such good form this prep order.
Thank you.
There's Vaughan Sigley there, and Brittany, that was a good effort by Middle Earth, and you do have to feel for Stevie Parnham. He's riding really well at the moment. He just needs that little bit of luck.
Oh, I thought he was home for a moment there, but Paddy Carberry had other ideas about that and was able to chase him down and only just got there on the post.
So Fast as the Wind was a good closing effort back in third. Someday, one day back in fourth. Mulga had its chance, probably had to race it against its pattern a little bit with not too much speed on paper there. So he was forced to sit outside the leader, and young Paddy Carberry, he just smoked the pipe and produced Middle Earth with a really good run down that centre of the track. And once again, Brittany's eye coming to the fore there with the pick of the yard, and Patrick Carberry's about to join you.
He will just take the saddle off and weigh in, get the all clear on the weight, and then we'll have a chat with Paddy Carberry. But a terrific win there by Middle Earth.
Yeah, and Patrick Carberry, you'll just say, OK, Mr. Lewis, I'll weigh in here. And he's got to untangle a lot of gear. And then once he does that, it'll be all clear right to pay, and be interesting to see what he has to say about Middle Earth. He's been pretty good his last couple of starts over this mile, and whether he could get a bit of a trip.
Well, he seems to relax nicely in the run, so that'll be interesting to see what Paddy thinks, but we'll have a chat to him now. Paddy, congratulations on the win. It was a nice run by Middle Earth.
Yeah, it was good, Britt. We were a bit concerned about the pace of the race. They actually went along a bit quicker than I anticipated, but we sort of pre-race we decided that we'd just ride him how he jumped, and he doesn't generally jump like a rocket, but for some reason if he did jump well today, well, we'd sort of ride him a bit closer. He jumped average, and I was obviously back in the field, but you know, there was a couple of early moves and I just tracked them up and got into the outside, and he only just won, but he's not a horse that's probably ever going to win by far, but it was a good solid win.
Did you think you were going to get there? Stevie Parnham was out in front. Did you think you were going to run him down?
Well, I actually thought I was going to get there a bit easier than that, but he does sort of switch off a little bit, and because he was out on his own in the middle of the track, he probably didn't realise there was that one right on the inside. I knew it was there, but I mean, Discoville obviously had a nice run in front and just kept chipping away, so they were happy to get the result.
He relaxed nicely in the run. Is he a horse that you think could get out over more ground?
I think he probably can, but he's quite a fine horse. He probably doesn't carry much nick, but he definitely settles well enough to be able to get further, and he's bred to get a bit further. But I guess he'd probably progress up to an 1800, and depending on what's available, and see how he goes.
Looking forward to seeing him over the trip. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks very much, Brittany.
Well done to Patrick Carberry, and also Vaughan Sigley with Middle Earth taking out the fourth. The next race is the listed Grandstand Cup, one of the features on the program. The Red Hot Red Aura will start the favourite for Stephen Wolfe and Sean McGrady. We'll be back shortly.